Good morning friends. Today we are going to start with first unit of electronic product design. That first unit name is Introduction to Electronic Product Design. Under this electronic product design, we will learn man-machine dialogue and industrial design. What is man and machine dialogue, as well as what are the industrial type of designs that we are going to learn during this lecture. User oriented design. What are the requirements of the users and what we have to design according to users' requirement, that we will learn in this lecture. Under this particular unit, we will also learn in future 5 elements of successful design, that is cognition, ergonomics, packaging and factors, design for manufacture, assembly and disassembly we will learn, wiring, temperature, vibration and shock, safety noise, energy coupling, grounding, filtering and shielding points we will learn in this particular unit. Now we will switch to next point, that is we will start with first point, that is man-machine dialogue and industrial design. Before going for this particular point, we will learn product design aspects. What are different aspects of product design? Suppose you are going to design particular point, you are going to start your product. What should be the design aspect? On which basis you are going to finalize the design, finalize the product, that we will learn. Suppose you are going to start with a bicycle or two-wheeler product. Under this two-wheeler product, you will see different aspects, how you are going to convert that idea into product. You will consider different points as given in the diagram. See, we will start with first point, that is functions. What is its use? Function means what is the purpose of that product, where it can be sold or where it can be taken, or it can be given to an industry or it can be sold in a marketplace. That is nothing but functions of product or purpose of product. So this is first aspect, design aspects of our product. Second design aspect is environment, recycling and efficient or not. Environment means whether it is impacting upon the environment or not. What it is doing, whether it is impacting on the environment. If you are going to produce a plastic product, definitely it will impact on the environment. Recycling may be possible in plastic design. So environment effect is important to look into it. Next, that is cost. Most important point of design aspect is cost, whether we are manufacturing or purchasing the product, so that it will be cost effective and it can be sold in the market. Then next point for design is ergonomics, that is size and form, whether it is bulky or small size and whether it is suitable for the user or not. That point is also considered under this design aspect. Suppose we are going to design a bike, whether that bike should be bulky, whether it should be lightweight. this type of points also we have to consider. Next point or next aspect will be materials. Which type of material we are going to use in the product design, whether it is a natural material, whether it is a man-made material, or whether it is a smart designed any material or what, how it can be purchased, from where it can be bought. So this is also important aspect of product design. Suppose in a China you will find if you bring a Chinese material in India, it is cheaper than a manufacturing cost of Indian industries. So that aspect should be considered over here. Then customer specification is another aspect. Customers' requirements, questionnaires and surveys. Customers, what is the demand of the customer, that should be considered. How we will pick up demands of the customers, we will pick up through the requirements, collective requirements of the customers, or we will pick up through a questionnaires and surveys, different surveys to the market. Next aspect will be industrial production. Industrial production, single atom, just in time, or batch wise or continuous production it may be, that aspect should be considered under the product design. A continuous production, or whether it will be a batch wise production as per requirements of the market, or it may be only a single atom that you are going to design, and in future you may not, it may happen that in future you may not design any other product like that. So that is a single atom product design. Next aspect is company identity, that is image of the company, style, then logos, slogans, and quality or reliability plays important role in product design. What is the style of the product or style of the company? What should be logo on the product? What should be the slogan of the product? And what should be the quality and reliability of the product? That aspect plays very, very important role in the product design. If suppose Telco is manufacturing a car, Telco's one product, say in Indica, is failed during last era, last decade. So that has hampered the reputation of the telco. So while designing particular product, it is important to consider company identity also. Next, that is aesthetics. Aesthetics means how the product looks. What should be color of the product, what should be shape of the product, and what should be the aesthetic look of the product. Aesthetic look means look wise how it should be. It should be more attractive product. Then fashion, that is whether it is related to modern design or it is a nostalgia design, or it is also nostalgia means a traditional design, or whether it should be a modern design. Such type of design aspects are important. Then culture, what is, suppose if you are designing a sari, will it sell in Assam? No, definitely not. Will it sell it in China? No, definitely not. So culture, values and beliefs are very, very important while designing the products. So you have to consider that point also. Then these are few design aspects while starting a product. Now let us understand first point from this particular unit is man-machine dialogue and industrial design. Designers have learned that a good product will sustain in market if it is easy to use, learn, market, produce and maintain. Means designer understands that good product will definitely survive. Product should be cost effective, product should be durable, product should be cost effective also, it is easy for use, the maintenance should be less and like that. So man and machine dialogue is very important point here. One should carefully define the interface before code is written, circuits are designed or packages are built. Suppose we are starting with automatic agricultural system or automatic drip irrigation system for agriculture. In that case, we are designing microcontroller based agricultural system. In this man and machine dialogue, the person who is using this agricultural based drip irrigation system is a illiterate person. He will not understand how to use it. So man and machine dialogue, you have to make a proper keypad for utilization of this product, and hence man machine dialogue is very essential, and it should be code is written by an engineer, but how an illiterate person will use that code? He will not use that code, and that's why man machine dialogue and industrial design plays very important role while designing a particular point. Man machine dialogue means actually we are coding, as an engineer we are coding in the machine, but a user cannot code in that machine and he cannot make. So a illiterate person should utilize that product properly, and hence we have to design proper key or a face. That is nothing but man and machine dialogue. Next point we will learn, that is user-centered design. User-centered design means what is the requirement of the user, and according to that requirement we will design our product. What are its uses? It increases sales, improves user efficiency, reduces development cost and reduces support cost. In a Sarpanch Parishad, Patoda's Sarpanch Pote, I think, Pere Patil, nobody was, he want, what Pere Patil want to do, he want to give saplings to each and every household, and he want to grow that saplings into tree in a whole village. That means he want to make plantation in a whole village through villagers. But nobody was willing to take care of that saplings, of that tree. Hence what he decided? He decided to collect a requirement from each household. Suppose household A requires mango tree, household B requires palm tree, household C requires bubble tree or neem tree. Like that he collected requirement from each and every house, and he distributed same plant to each and every house. So everybody got the plant of their own choice, and hence they have taken care of each and every plant. So that tree plantation became very say, popular and successful in their village, in that Patoda village. So what he did, he collected the requirement from the users, and then he served accordingly. Like this, if you want to design a product, we will collect requirement from the users, and then we will implement, or we will design a product. Second point is to design. The design is based upon an explicit understanding of users, task and environment. The third point is users are involved throughout design and development. Means what is the requirement of users? Users should be there while designing user-centered design, and users should remain present for all meetings. Next point is the design is driven and refined by user-centered evaluation. Here user or the customer plays very important role. He is at the center of the design, and by considering his requirements, we will design or we will mold our product. Next is the process is iterative. That means we have to collect every time what is the need of user and what changes we have to do in the design. So it is not one time process, it is a iterative or continuous process. Next one is the design addresses the whole user experience. Our design is centered upon the user. So whole user experience we will utilize, we will reflect into our product. Next, the design team includes multidisciplinary skills and perspectives. So if I have a particular design and user-centric design it is, I have my own team which includes multidisciplinary skills and perspectives. That means while designing particular product-based design, I want to make, in that case, my team should be multidisciplinary skills. Means that is one person should understand what is the requirement of the user and what he want to say. There should be number of meetings with the user. Then users under this what we'll say, we will learn what do customers really want and how can we help them find it. User interface, analyze user needs. These are the 4 points which are very important to understand the user-centered design. First one is analyze user needs. Second one is performance requirement and task. Plan alternate approach for easy usage. And fourth one is develop prototypes for actual site testing. And according to these users, we will develop a prototype for actual site testing. I will give you an example how products should not be there. That is a bad example. I will give you. An Indian cell phone startup called Lava decided to introduce a revolutionary new product. As given in the figure or in a picture, you will find that Lava company's product, a handset or a mobile. Company decided to establish new product. It is a cell phone with a full QWERTY keyboard with one minor difference. Is an attempt to innovate. They did away with the keyboard layout. They have designed complete the product with standard keyboard, but they have made few change, hardly one change in the keyboard, so that they will understand their innovation. The Lava B5 could have been a big hit, but we will never know. It flopped miserably. Apparently, people did not want to relearn everything they knew about typing just to use their new cell phone. People were very familiar with the typing. If they would have a Lava B5 product would have been with a regular typing keypad, then it might have a very big hit or very great successful handset. But due to a silly mistake that they made some changes, they made a single change in the keypad which had made this cell phone a very bad hit. It has been failed miserably due to a single change in a keypad. We will learn next point in the next lecture. Thank you very much.